Welcome to our second Saturday composing workshop. What we do every month on the second Saturday is compose a piece from scratch. And each month we explore different ideas for generating musical ideas and putting it together in the space of less than an hour. So here we go. Today we decided to use an audio prompt, and Peter's going to share that with us now.
So we were thinking about what types of sounds and the environment could make a good prompt, and one thing that came up in our discussion is this article from The Guardian about icebergs and what's happening to them. And we found the sound included in the article of an iceberg melting. It's about 30 seconds, so I'll play that now. So there's a couple of things that we can think about. We can think about what did we actually hear? What does it actually sound like? But also, how does it make us feel? What does it make us think about? So we can have a little discussion before we jump into composing.
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, it just makes me think about awe-inspiring and also ominous, because it does remind me and is so relevant in terms of climate change and how the speed of iceberg melting and the rate and quantity of melt each year is rising. And just to hear that happening on a sensory level, it gives this kind of unnerving feeling for me, at least, but also something that feels there's a sense of reverence there also for these kinds of like ancient earthly processes that are also like always shifting and always around us.
Yeah, I think that's great. I also think about, just looking at this image here, kind of the scale of what we're hearing and how we hear in some sense, familiar sounds. We sometimes hear ice after snow, or the dripping of water, and thinking of these as very small scale phenomenon. But to think of that sound happening throughout these giant structures, there's the dual scale at which this is happening makes you realize just how common and how persistent and ongoing this is, that these things are melting all the time. And what does that mean?
Yeah, for me, I mean, the sound it's very intimate. It's like sound of rain on your window. So it's both very familiar and, as you say, Peter, small scale, but you realize it's connected to this planetary phenomenon. So I think it, makes me think about connectedness, and also it's timeless. The rain has been falling since the time there was water on the planet, and it will continue when, who knows, when we're all gone. So it connects us to space, but also in time. But then that familiar is punctuated by these odd little pops, which the sound of primordial air bubbles escaping from the ice. That's very eerie, and that's also another form of connection across time, this ancient air being liberated.
I think that's interesting. and just jump in the Hyperscore. And how do we want to capture that sonically, musically, those feelings that we just discussed?
I'm thinking about something that's, I mean, I'm hearing themes of intimacy and familiarity that are kind of punctuated with either unease or humbling moments or moments of being reminded of something that's larger. So kind of issues of scale, of closeness and farness, of largeness and smallness. And so I guess I'm thinking that a sort of theme that runs throughout that is then interrupted or punctuated with something tonally, sonically different feels like it might be appropriate.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like the again the different scales. Like there's something that's very languorous and slow that's throughout, and then maybe there's a mid-level kind of melodic thing that keeps us in the piece, and then there are these punctuations that you say. Maybe it's individual events or a very broken, sparse theme. Oh, kind of like a passacaglia or something that's constantly evolving based on a core re repeating idea.
I'm sort of thinking of something very, very low and resonant that, you know, you can almost feel it. You can feel the vibration even before you can hear it. And then it can also grow so that it's so loud and it completely fills the space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean, there's something about the sound of the melting that is so like, it's kind of bone shaking about it. So there's something fundamental. And I feel like getting that resonance could be really.
Would that be through like what are very low instruments? I'm thinking for somebody like a kettle drum, but
Yeah. So we
bass.
have a timpani in our orchestral set. We also have an organ, which could potentially be kind of low, but I don't know if that's the right timbre. Double bass. Strings can also be low.
Yeah, I feel like a low string or drum. Yeah, I
Let's
guess.
start, yeah, with just our orchestral set, and we can always try something else later.
Do you have a timpani?
Yeah, we have a timpani.
How low can it go?
Well, we'll keep it low here, and then we put it in the sketch window. We can bring it down an octave as well.
Yep. Yep.
Mm. I kind of like that, like just that dun dun dun, and then have that be like a double whole note almost.
Uh-huh. It's kind of Holstein.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess the sustain doesn't really
Yeah.
get captured there.
Try it. All right. A string motif in here too. Different. This could be the
Sustained.
very simple.
like that. What was that?
Strings, arco strings. Should we start putting it in the sketch window and just see how it feels together?
For some reason, I feel like a tendency to want to convey like this like sinister or like foreboding feeling through this, which is maybe just, I mean, that's the subtext of the climate change. And I don't know, but I don't want to, it doesn't need to be too on the nose too, because it's also, there's something that's uncanny and kind of clashing with this sense of familiarity and sort of like numbness or everydayness that we were talking about too. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, I want that to be like, to sound like that one, the string theme to be like da da instead of this.
Oh, the minor.
Yeah, but I'm like, is that too on the nose? Is it a little bit too sinister? Maybe so. I kind of like the second better. I don't know.
Right.
What do you all think?
And you can play around with it too, so that it's modulating as it goes around here. So maybe we state it once.
I like that a lot. I don't, how do you feel about
I
that?
really like it.
I think it sounds, yeah, menacing. Yeah, I like it.
It's certainly menacing.
And yeah, I feel like you could put a little bit over that. And I like the idea that maybe the bass drops out for a couple of bars. And then before it comes back, so we have like this eerie silence with only maybe the detail bits poking out.
Yeah. Or even like the potential something from I'm thinking of is that this the strings could come in almost at a point halfway through or some part way through the composition to try and like layer on different moods as, but I'm curious about how we want to sort of execute the kinds of punctuation that we were talking about. Do we
Yeah,
want
let's
to be
try
this kind
that.
of menacing, sort of like ominous backdrop that's punctuated by something different? Do we want it to be something different that's punctuated by this kind of menacing mood? And
Well, let's think about what are those punctuations? What are they? Are they? I mean, I feel like we're definitely not in a particularly tonal world, so I think we're doing all right so far.
I don't know, maybe this is a little too literal, but I want to do something with like string pizzicato, but using it almost percussive rather than melodic.
yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, okay, I have an idea. All right, so let's come up with a kind of sparse pizzicato thing. Anybody have an idea?
Like a da 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 da.
More, more,
I'm into the idea of something like this being sort of iterated on throughout at different points in the time.
Mhm.
I kind of, yeah.
I'm sort of thinking of something like two different motifs, um, each one very rhythmic and even, but the two of them being slightly out of sync. I don't know, it could be like
Mm.
2 against 3 or 3 against 5 or something like that. And then playing against each other in a way so that you have the sense of rhythmicity
Hmm.
but unpredictability at the same time.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm just putting something down from scratch first to get the kind of the rhythm. Actually, let's just get the rhythm.
I feel like we could even do like a 3 against 4 or a 2 against 3. Like using tuplets or something. Yeah.
It's more longer too, so we can hear them come back in sync.
Mm.
I like that pattern you just did, Peter.
I'm kind of like I'm wanting to hear it at double speed. Like if you could compress it into one measure, I'm curious about how that would sound in contrast, breaking up the sort of elongation of the rest of the sounds.
Yeah. Put it over. I like.
Yeah, it's like a film score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I would make that bring down the dynamic
Oh
on
yeah.
that a lot. So it's more. And is that piano right now, or
It's piano right now. We didn't change it, but
yeah, change it to yeah.
to what should it be? What's the color?
um,
Like violin. Ooh.
I almost kind of want to now repeat it, but have it be broken.
oh yeah. I'm also curious about sort of having this motive, like one measure here, and then like it just kind of pops in and out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although I mean, it did work too as that whole bar, but maybe we could start it
Totally,
in
yeah.
and out, and
I feel
then
like
maybe we could have a broken version. go in here. So do they both come in at the same time when it's the broken version? Or what you were describing on?
I was thinking so. Little moments of surprise here and there. I'm really into this.
I wonder also if we have something percussive, but in the same rhythm.
I feel like a woodblock might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking marimba or something, yeah, or woodblock.
Replicate. So this first statement, I think, about
I'm feeling like I want to try hearing how it sounds to have some kind of a different rhythmic statement from the woodblock.
in this section here.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
having it be either more sparse or adding another layer of like a different. I don't know. I'm trying to like I want to return back to the sound that we started with and be like thinking from there. I'm wanting to hear how it sounds if it's like if the woodblock is more sparse or if it's adding even another layer of a different
Different.
different kind of rhythm. Like
Yeah, I was thinking of even a denser, light, rapid
yeah.
rhythm, maybe like you were saying in triplet or something like that, and then I was also thinking of punctuating like very irregular, like high triangle or something like little pops.
Mhm.
Yeah, something to sort of simulate that popping sound of the
Yeah.
or to evoke that anyway.
Yeah. Somewhat
It could have been
regular.
some kind of a 16th note figure, like even faster.
Regular now?
I don't think regular necessarily. I think like little clusters that are punctuated by a beat or two of rest.
Morse code.
I think a little bit more sparse than that is what I'm feeling. But what do you think, June, Peter?
Yeah, more sparse.
Mm,
Weird.
it's funky. I feel like it's kind of cool though, because it's like the irregularity, unexpectedness of it kind of fits with the uncanniness of the original sound. But I don't know. Curious to hear what
Let's
you'll.
see what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it all layered together.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I feel like I'm wanting some other kind of ambient sound underneath the second percussion section.
Yeah. The whooshy something.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Uh,
What about in like the organ and the flute kind of
yeah.
together?
Mhm. Very soft.
Yeah.
Very long.
Get some dissonance. I really like this. I really like this piece.
I love that there was some, I don't know if this was in there or it's a sound effect from my phone, but it sounded like there's this very faint, high pitched kind of a siren that
That's interesting.
Yeah, I feel
is
like
that in there.
maybe it's like an overtone thing.
Maybe it's an overtone, but it provides a subliminal kind of sense of alarm, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Literally.
I mean, we
Yeah.
could actually add that to a very high pitched.
I feel like I would want it to be so quiet that it might become. I think I might like it more without that, the high string. Yeah, okay, can we hear it again without it?
Mhm.
Did you move the one of the statements of the red
Yes.
B?
You liked it before?
I think I might have liked it more before. I'm curious. I want to hear it again. Yeah, I think I like that more. What do you think?
Oh, I really like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, the vibrato from the vibrato from like the flute, I think, is coming. That comes. That's really cool.
I'm wondering if these should be twice as long, so that there's only two swells instead of.
I like it. So, do we want to move into thinking? Okay, first of all, do we want to use that the little other melodic
I
sting
don't
that we
know. I don't want to mess up what we have so far.
I know, I like it.
Yeah.
Do we
So,
want to think about form a little
yeah.
bit?
Yeah. I feel like we should go back to our A section, but with maybe with the yellow or something extra.
Can we listen to the what we have at the very beginning just one time? Well, okay, so what kinds of do we want to add any more statements to the A to the very beginning, the A section? And how I guess how are we sort of like for me it feels kind of like there's four sections to this almost. There's like the very beginning statement, there's
Yeah.
the two green, the sort of three against four comes in for the
Yeah.
first time, and then there's when the percussion comes in, that kind of feels like the climax of it, and then
Mhm.
there's
I feel like I want to go back to these 8 bars,
mm,
maybe starting the two greens in that first bar, and then adding something else to it.
sure. Wow, I wasn't sure how that was gonna sound, and I like it.
I feel like you need a crescendo, so it's not so like comes back big, but it's not all the way there.
Yeah. I'm feeling like I'm craving some kind of it's like I don't think that this necessarily like for an ending, it necessarily needs like a something to tie it up neatly.
Yeah.
But I'm still finding myself craving some kind of final moment or something.
Maybe it's that red dissonance
Yeah.
kind of comes in with the low strings there.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking of sort of more of a fade too, but maybe with a
Yeah.
can't have a
Yeah.
tidy ending because it doesn't end right. The whole
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like maybe one or two more bars after that, just with the continuing red sort of drone.
Yeah.
Do we want to change the like move those two up a half step or something for the last bar? Yeah, let's do, yeah. Maybe not, I'm not sure.
It's something.
I
Yeah,
like that. I like that.
maybe it's just the organ that comes up.
Yeah.
Mm,
Maybe maybe the other way around, like
yeah.
they diverge instead.
Yeah, that's better.
Great. Is that it? Do you want to play it through?
Yeah, let's play it through. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I like this piece.
All right. Let's give it a name. The Melt.
Um,
The melt. I like that.
Melt.
yeah. I like it. I have one thought for something to sort of transition into the section with the yellow melodic theme.
Mhm.
I was thinking, since it almost sounds like we're in a different time signature because of the 3 against 4
Mhm.
point. I feel like it could be cool to sort of like have a, well, okay, as it is right now, it's kind of a like a jolt, which maybe is appropriate. As we switch into that, but if the yellow melodic figure, maybe we could have like a the green, the two greens, 3 against 4, kind of a whole bar of those on an like as the yellow sort of fades in, and then so we kind of have those like two time signature, like sense of of two different times sort of dissolving together. If that makes sense.
Yes. Makes sense. Just like that.
Let's
Yeah.
see what it sounds.
Two bars.
Yeah, I guess so. What if we cut the first half of the first statement of the yellow just off completely and see how that sounds? I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for hearing me with that.
No, that made a difference. It's good. Okay. I think, all right.
I think we're gonna
Call
be,
that a piece.
yeah, got a piece on our hands.
Great. All right. Another second Saturday. Another little mini masterpiece. That was really fun.